Tokka and Slash. The bad boys are here. Bad Boys 4. Wave 4, actually. This is freaking nuts. As you can see, it's a freaking massacre going on with this JoyToy. We are 4 waves deep, which means, what, 14 figures? That's a whole line. That's a whole childhood collection at this point. I don't know how many of you are oldies, youngies, or how deep your collections are as just like a regular collector, but the JoyToy line in the span of, I don't think it's been like a full year yet. In a span of a year, they're already to the point where it's like you can have a full set. They could stop here and you have enough figures to just play endlessly forever. It's freaking wild. So we've gone through Android, Krang, Stellar, Banger. Check out that video. Now we're cracking into Tokka and Slash, and these things are wild. They show off exactly how JoyToy excels at what they do. They show off how they're able to make a line go so quickly through excellent reuse. Because you have, if you ignore the massacre that's gone on here as they're decapitating turtles, Mikey, got it. They reuse the figures, and so let's clean this mess up just a little bit, because you can see they've had some battles with the turtles, and it's been brutal. It's been wild. But it didn't start out that way. You know, at some point, maybe they could have been friends. Maybe they were just enjoying their love of food. But where did it all go wrong? I don't know. You know, maybe one slice too many. So let's clear the docket here and see what we got. Tokka, Slash, bada bing, bada boom. They're shipping. If you need them, my recommendation, go to LT Cave. Link in the bio. They're shipping out fast, shipping good prices, blah, blah, blah. Wow. So the packaging, of course, is freaking stellar. JoyToy nails it. They have these beautiful boxes. You can see like the spine art on the sides. God damn it. Let's do this again. Where's Tokka? Oh no. Oh no. Bam. It's just beautiful. It's gorgeous. I love it. All the same size, height, so they fit nicely on a shelf. They display well. They come in the tray so you can see all the accessories. And by God, is there a lot of accessories. A lot of it, it's kind of like, it's interesting reuse. A lot of Slash and Tokka matches up and pairs really nicely. You know, because if you look at the body, if you look at these two bodies, you're going to see a lot of similarities. And usually in a line, you're like, oh, they reused it. This is terrible. But with Tokka and Slash, they did it to such good effect. And they switch it up just enough that I don't even mind, and I'm super happy for them to keep doing it because it means they can just crank out figures. So Slash here, the articulation is going to be the same, so let's run it down on Slash. They are very much like the Turtles, so if you have the Turtles, you know what to expect. Slash is a fair bit bigger. Let's have Slash here. Whoop, there goes Tokka. Let's get Donnie standing up to his full height, because Donnie's about like just shy of 4 inches. And so you can see how Tokka, or fucking Slash, whatever, they're bigger than him. I thought from the initial like drop in measurements that the turtles were going to be the same size, but you can see Slash is quite a big bit beefier, and that's freaking awesome that they've scaled this line freaking expertly. You can see how he compares to like Shredder. He towers over Shredder as well. Because again, Shredder is just like a regular a human dude. How does he compare to like freaking a Bebop? Bebop is probably one of the biggest until you get to Krang. But yeah, so the size it's just awesome. It's rad. The articulation, very similar. They have these shoulder pauldrons, which are going to limit your full Townsend. You can still do it because it kind of gets up out of the way, but you got to be careful. You don't want to be shearing stuff off. They do have a bicep cut. Interestingly, the Turtles don't. They have the single jointed elbow, and then they have these hands. One complaint with kind of both of these figures, and it's an odd complaint, and maybe it's a blessing in disguise. The hands pop off super easy, right? And maybe they've heard my specific complaints about the Turtles, because the Turtles, like, so this one, if I want to swap hands, bada bing, bada boom, you're just pulling it out, you get a new hand. When it hasn't been on there for a while, it's a tighter connection, but you can see it's very smooth. It doesn't like it holds the weight, so it's not like, I wouldn't call it loose. It's just an easy pop off, which does get annoying as you're posing it, and if you bump it, it pops off. But it's great because if you want to switch a freaking turtle hand, here's what happens. If you're lucky, it pops off at the top. But I know everyone who has these figures, more often than not, when you're popping them off, Donnie, God damn it, Donnie, you're a bad example. Maybe Mikey. Where's Mikey's? I lost Mikey's head. Mikey's a probably don't do me dirty, Mikey. Fuck. You know, god damn it. I swear to God, I've been posing these figures and I swap them out like a million goddamn times. And every single fucking time, like it pulls the wrong peg. Except when I want to like do it as a fucking example in the video, so I look like a real freaking a piece of shit. But everyone watching this video, if you have these figures, you know that the ball peg pops out and it's a bitch to get it out of the hand, and it like hurts your little fingers. So is it such a bad thing that the hands just roll right off easily? Maybe not. And you can use like loose joints or like nail polish to like thicken it up. So you have that. There is a tiny bit of like ab crunch. It doesn't really crunch the shell, not too much forward, but you can get some like twisty-roo in there. And then there's also twisty-roo at the hip. Interestingly, these ones don't come apart. I haven't had that problem at all. Like some of the other figures, they pop apart. And then there is double jointed legs, so they can do the tee-hee-hee, kick themselves in the shell, and then a good like rocker on the feet. And these just look freaking incredible. The styling, I love how, just like with the turtles, how they devised the turtles to have like different thing to hold their weapons. They just bolted that shit right in there. So you can do whoosh with the swords, crossing the swords. Bam. That's freaking sick. Tokka is the same kind of guy. So as you're comparing them, they're really like the dynamic duo. It makes me really wonder if they have someone to pair rahzar with, because if they do Tokka, they got to do rahzar. So who else could they do? I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a Wolfie. I can only think of Tora from like the video game, that white. Is he a bear? Whatever. That would be sick if we get a Tora with his like jacket. But so you have Tokka doing kind of a lot of the same vibes, right? You have the freaking like hooks. He has hooks, and for him, the hooks are, man. Where did all his shit go? Where did what did I swear to God. Is he? Oh, he's fucking holding. I'm so dumb. He's holding. He has his like big ass anchor going on, so you can pull the anchor out. There's that hand thing again, and just like put it on like the big meaty hooks, which is just so freaking cool. Not as secure, but you can kind of, I mean, you kind of like wedge it in there, and it's not too bad. You could even hook his, can we see that? Was that focusing? Not too bad, hooked in there. You can even hang his like piratey swashbuckling swords there. So he's super sick. They both have these cool little belt loops for their knives. Slash's is much more like curvy, daggery, but you just line it right up, and that goes in there. That's just so freaking neat. Or Tokka's, whatever. I'm gonna be mixing them up all throughout the interview. God, what is? I guess it's kind of an interview with myself, but it's a review. Whatever, same kind of word. I just love that they give you places to hold things, and I'm dropping so much. The accessories are just like a goddamn mess. Slash, he comes with the extra head, which is super sick. The regular head, oh my God. Tokka has like the Foot Clan symbol there, just different. You can see like it's a reuse, but they change the sculpt up just enough, different pauldrons. JoyToy is the best at reuse. I swear to all the gods. So I just love this freaking Tokka. The Slash comes with Binky, because again they're mixing the cartoon influences with like some gritty darkness. You get two little baby turtles for each one. So you get a Slash just hanging out, chilling, and then you get the Tokka, you can see his shell there. He's already like more of like a monster, and they look sick. You get two little beer steins. So as the turtles, and they're having like the pre-fight dinner, you can slosh them together, right? Which is such a neat little effect. Like Slash's has like a slash through his, which is super cool on the back. I guess they both do. They reused them. I thought that was maybe unique, but whatever. I'll forgive them. So it's like sloshing up, and the cool thing is, one of the neatest features, the little the beer, the foam, it pops out. You can twirl it, so if you want a different direction, freaking incredible. What else we got here? Oh, they both come with their little like food items. So Slash comes with like a lobster sandwich. And the coolest thing is it works. You mount it on his little blade. Bam. Like these ridiculous, wacky, fun details. My God, I love them. Tokka comes with a freaking like turkey leg with a bite taken out of it, and they even painted in that JoyToy. They're painting fucking everything. Like there's not a bit on these figures where it's like, oh, they left that unpainted. No, they're freaking going for it, right? So Slash has his big ol' whatever this thing is called. He has the swords. They're nutso. They're crazy, but that's not even it, right? Uh, they each have one thing that is exactly reused. I think if I'm looking at it, is this like blunderbuss because they have a kind of a sea piratey thing going on. They reuse those, so that's cool. But again, they can do like a James Bond kind of thing. I did have to work in a shield tap, by the way. Who knows? That's why I left Spartacus up in the back there. Let me know in the comments if you know what the shield tap is. Fantastic. But they both get like a big old meaty freaking shield. And again, the detail is all over. They don't skimp at all. So they can have that. I haven't used that a ton, but my God. Super rad. They both get two crazy claws going on. Where did I put Slash's claws? So it's like they're doing their reuse, but they don't want to break the bank. So Slash gets these kind of claws, very painted. They look fantastic, very metallic, nice sheen, nice chrome. And Tokka gets these claws. So again, like they're reusing it in the best way possible. You might not even notice it if you're a real stickler, probably, of course, but how do you be mad at this? Of course, you get like a whole shitload of hands, like all the different kind of looks for the hands. And again, beautifully painted. He's got like black witch hand nail things going on. He's got whatever that's on. You get like a fist. You get like a whole a crap ton of hands. Slash's hands are just the same, except they get like a black paint to them, right? So for his motif, but it's you could swap him about, go nuts. Tokka, did I go over the articulated jaw? It even goes like way too far, so you can do some like weird craziness. Not a lot of head movement, I would say, is maybe a limitation with JoyToy because the neck is locked in, but the sculpt is just freaking incredible. And like I've been doing poses all day, and I feel like I haven't done enough poses because I'm just cracking the surface of these characters and what you can do and mix them about. Because there's so much. Like the Slash, you're like I can't decide which head I like best. This is definitely like the Toon head, where he like the Binky and whatnot, where he's like a little more lovable. This is more like the video gamey comic book head, but you just swap that right off. JoyToy head swaps, pretty dang nice. No bandana, the gray. I just don't even know. The only question I have here, as I feel like I should just do Poserama. You could make content. You could have fun with these forever. That's why I'm saying, like, the JoyToy line, I hope it continues. I hope they have, like 30 more Turtles figures. I hope they do a van. Hope they do a sewer lair. But if they stopped now, you have enough for a full collection to be satisfied. But I hope they don't stop. How does he fit on the bike? Because you got to get the Cult of Sanrea bikes. You got to do it. You have to do it. If you don't do it, what are you doing? You freaking lunatic. So hold on. I gotta work these a little bit. Get them into bike riding position. Okay. Because and they do work the best. You can get a bunch of 1/18 scale bikes, but I think these ones are the best because You need like a lowrider. But look at that. Look at that shit. And it's all culty and crazy, so it just works for Slash, just like Rocksteady's back there. If you look, that's going to work for Tokka. The bikes, if you haven't gotten any of these bikes, you can get them. I think the JoyToy TikTok shop has a bunch of them you can get deals on, but also probably check LT Cave. I'll put a link there if I find them. But this Turtles line, this JoyToy line, I know people, there's some people who are going to be looking at this and saying like, hey, if it was 112, I would love it. If JoyToy did 112 and they kept the same level of detail, accessories, and quality, and the price wasn't astronomical, because these are like $35 a pop. Krang is like 42. If they could keep the price reasonable, I would love for them to do 112. But at this point, I swear, once you get one of these figures, you're going to want more. Once you realize how crazy detailed JoyToy is, they're just... they're wild. He has like a rope motif. The more you look at these figures, the scales, they're all painted. It's just nuts. JoyToy, don't let the scale throw you off. Get one of them. You'll be freaking hooked. Whether it's a freaking foot soldier, because they're little Foot Clan buddies. I don't know. I guess that's a cartoon thing, because in their base stands, like Tokka gets the foot symbol, Slash gets like kind of like the city villain, like Bebop and Rocksteady. So I don't know what that connotates for the lore, but you get like the turtles. The turtles are freaking great. Maybe a little too glossy. And hopefully we get like a variant turtles. We get some like different head expressions. People have been pointing out like Donnie's just smiling at literally everything, but that's fine. Yeah, I love this line so goddamn much. I'm so thrilled to be getting more. Next up we have, I believe, Casey Jones and the Triceratons, and I think we're caught up. I think, based on getting a bunch of the Mousers, we got to get a Baxter Stockman. Right, that's a lock. We got to get a rahzar to go with Tokka. And then, I don't know, Metalhead, sky's the limit. A Metalhead would be fantastic. They could do like a Krang-sized Metalhead if they wanted to, or they could just do like a little baby one. A turtle van, a turtle lair. JoyToy, go wild. Go wild. Let me know what y'all think. I know people are going to love it. I know people love it. If you don't love it, I'm kind of curious those who don't love it. And I think it's probably just the scale, but I swear to God, just get one and you'll be hooked. Thank you, as always, for watching another review, and just have fun. This line makes me feel like a kid again, where it's like it's just so much joy. Ooh, JoyToy, you got us there. But you're just having fun. It's so good. It's going to be an all-time banger line. I know everyone's going to look back as this is like one of the premier TMNT lines, because they're just crushing it. But yeah, let me know. Thanks for watching. As always, get out of here. Bye. Get your motor running. I'll never get over the bikes. I'll never get over how freaking cool JoyToy bikes are. It's just magical. Like Phil, like Modern Family. He could be like riding with his sub. Remember the episode where he gets like a sub and he like crashes, and the motorcycle, it's like on his leg, and he's like eating it and he thinks he's gonna starve to death. And he goes to take a bite and he says something like, I said no tomato. So he like throws the sandwich in disgust. It's one of my favorite scenes. Yeah, if you're still here, kudos. But bye for real this time.